The beleaguered softwood lumber industry was thrown a bone Wednesday by Ottawa.
This is an important day for Canada's workers.
The Prime Minister announcing supports for both steel and forestry. New measures that include quotas and global tariffs aimed at reducing steel imports. Plus $500 million in new loan guarantees for softwood lumber companies.
Loans are only good if I can sell my product and pay for those loans. At 45%, I can't sell my product in the United States.
Other steps include cutting rail rates in half for lumber and steel transported across Canada, setting up a forestry task force, and more supports for laid-off workers in all industries. Window dressing, say some in the softwood industry, compared to the impact of steel supports, noting softwood currently faces U.S. tariffs and duties totaling 45%.
I'm afraid we've come to the point where Sophie's Choice is happening and softwood lumber is going to be the child left behind.
A concern shared at this family-run business in Delta, where they say today's measures won't make a difference.
We ship very little lumber via rail. You know, most of the wood that we're sending down to the States is going on trucks. So that doesn't really help us. In terms of like loan guarantees, you know, we can already get loans from the bank.
What's needed, he says, is a deal to end the decades-long softwood dispute with the U.S.
We're scrambling to find work just to keep our guys going until Christmas.
The BC NDP calls the news a good first step while acknowledging more help is needed.
The best way to address this challenge right now is for President Trump and Prime Minister Carney to get to the table and strike a deal on softwood.
An industry that continues to be hammered and feels increasingly left behind despite Wednesday's announcement.
Rob joins us live from Victoria. Rob, what is the BC government saying about today's steel supports?
Well, Mijang, we're here by the Christmas tree in the BC legislature on a day when the softwood lumber industry says the announcement was certainly not an early Christmas gift, and making matters worse, they described it as a bit of a lump of coal in the stocking the news about steel, because while reducing imports to Canada will be good for Ontario's steel industry, reducing the competition, it's likely going to make things more expensive here in BC, where we want to build, and infrastructure costs will be increased, bringing that steel from Ontario rather than importing it from places like China.